Okay, beautiful people, we finally gonna get this party started. First, I gotta straighten up my little small space because it's a bit of a mess. Kinda like my hair. Shut up. But give me a minute, you get comfortable, and we'll get this show on the road. Hi, my name is T. I am not a chef. Actually, I'm a truck driver. And I don't drive food trucks, I drive a semi. What I'm about to do is show you how to do what I do on my truck. Welcome to your favorite new food show, Big Taste in a Small Space with me, T. Now the reason most people don't like to cook is really because of prep time. Oh, I gotta prep, it takes so long. Come on. What I like to do is as soon as I come from my happy place, that's the grocery store, I like to break down my food into different meals right away. So the first thing I like to do with anything I buy is take it out of its packaging and put it in mine. That was one of the reasons why I told you to buy those Ziploc bags. Oh wait, I forgot a step. I find that if you put some paper towel in the bag before you put your mushrooms or your other vegetables, it will last a considerably longer time. Whatever you do, please be very careful when you use that mandolin. I've seen many experienced chefs cut their fingers right off. So take your time. What you're seeing is a high-speed motion. The same thing goes for the celery. You cut the little funky end off, and I had the mandolin set at first on number 1, which is going to be very fine. Then I moved it up to number 2, which is going to be a little bit thicker. Not much, but it helps you get through the celery much faster. And when you get close to the end, don't be brave, just stop. That little 2-cent worth of celery is not going to save your life. Cutting off your finger might help you lose it. One of my brothers say my knife skills are terrible, so this works out just perfect for me. If you like me and you buy the whole broccoli, please don't throw that stalk out. Cut it down like I'm about to show you and save it and cook it. It's very healthy. It's very delicious. When you get your broccoli, cut that little end piece off. It's usually real funky. Lord knows where it's been. After that, do the same thing with the mandolin. Put it on 1, cut it real fine. Works out perfectly. And also, watch those fingers. I had a second one, so might as well prep that one too. No, that's not a carrot. That's a parsnip, which is very good for your digestive system also. Try it out. I like to peel the outside just like you would a carrot. Clean it up some. Get all the rough edges, the dirt off. Then you cut that end. You clean, you make sure it's nice and pretty. Then back to the mandolin. I also like to keep the mandolin on one for this too. Have nice, slim, fine pieces. And although it looks like it's taking a long time, doing this little bit of prep, especially with the mandolin, saves so much time in the future. Now we have our vegetables prepped and we have all of our meats prepped. Good deal. Well, we can put those things away. Now I think it's time for us to cook something because I'm kind of hungry. I don't usually like to cook the same day I go shopping, but I want something to eat. The first thing I'm going to do is put the mushrooms in the pan with a little bit of water. Turn up the heat to high, some salt and pepper, and let that cook down a little bit. That's going to draw the water out the mushrooms because mushrooms are kind of like a sponge. If you just put the oil in there right away, then you're just going to have greasy mushrooms. So you let that cook down about 5-7 minutes or so. That's going to draw the water out of the mushrooms. Then pour the water out, save it because you're going to use that. Add some olive oil, a little peperoncino. Those red pepper flakes. And that's also when you add some shallot oil, you put your garlic in there, let that saute down for a good 5 to 7 minutes also. Stir in the pan, flip in the pan, moving the food around a little bit. After about 5 minutes or so, you'll see the mushrooms still change and shrink down some. Your garlic's getting softer. Minute, you'll be ready to take that out the pan also. But let it cook down for a good 5 to 7 minutes. 10 won't hurt. At this same time, while the mushrooms and garlic is cooking, I start preparing my fish, putting some salt on the skin side, wiping it down, make sure it's not too watery, getting it ready to get into that hot pan. Okay, at this point, you're going to take the mushrooms and the garlic out of the pan. Put it back into that mushroom broth that you saved on the side. That is going to be wonderful when we're done. Let your pan heat up some more. Get back up to temperature. Right now, you're going to add a little olive oil, maybe a little more. Make sure that olive oil is heated up. Then you're going to put your fish in. Today we're using red snapper. Press the skin down so it'll touch the pan when you first put it in, kind of draws up. So if you kind of press it down a little bit, that's how you get that crispy skin at the bottom. I already seasoned the skin side with some salt and pepper before I put it in the pan. Now that I put it in the pan, I use the Old Bay just a little because that stuff is salty. On the flesh side, also a little black pepper. Let that cook for a minute. You can move it around, you can check it, make sure that skin is getting nice and crispy. see that fish sliding around. This is also why you wanted that non-stick pan. Check it out. Make sure that skin, like I said, is getting nice and golden brown. Flip it over. Cook the other side. You're going to do most of the cooking on the skin side. Cooking it on the skin side is going to protect the fish, keep the flesh side nice and moist, and help you have a delightful dinner. Even though this is somewhat of a high-speed video, cooking fish does not take very long. Just my first video, so everything is taking very long. Okay, now that we checked the flesh side, flip it back over just for a second, take it out the pan, and now let's put those vegetables, those mushrooms and garlic, back into the pan. Add your celery, add your parsnips, add your stalks from your broccoli into the pan, and let that cook down for a good 2-3 minutes. This time your fish is on the side resting. You're almost home free. I'm just getting hungry watching this high-speed video. Right now I'm going to add a little chili oil, and a little Worcestershire sauce. And as my mother says, stir, stir, stir. Add your tomatoes. I split my tomatoes in half before I put them in. That's going to give off a little more sauce. Let that cook down. Stir from time to time. We are almost done. While that's cooking down to some vegetable goodness, I'm gonna prepare a quick salad, get my plate ready. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. So here's the end result. Red snapper, a simple salad, and mushroom, parsnip, broccoli, and tomato medley. Enjoy!